Hey, this is a real Terrificon exclusive. No acetate cover, but it does have Mohegan Sun right there. Hey, I'm Lynn. This is my comics closet. Thanks for checking out my channel. My comics closet. I went to Terrificon, drove out there, rented a car, drove out there, got a bunch of books signed. But when I walked in, I mean, they give you your bag for your VIP access. I bought the three-day VIP tickets. So I got the bag that had the shirt and it had a poster. I have the poster here. You get the fast pass, you know, cut a line once a day. But they had these, the Boys, number 7, written by Garth Ennis, who was there. I had him sign it there. And Jerry Ordway drew this cover. And he was supposed to be there, but he wasn't there when I was. So I didn't have these graded because I'm going to have him sign them. I can get these authenticated. To get these authenticated at CBCS and have Ordway sign it, which I actually have some stuff at CBCS that I had signed. So I bought these though when I went in. These didn't come with my VIP. They had a few con exclusives, and these are the ones I bought. They had several, and they were at the front. They were authorized con exclusives. See, these say Terrificon Comic Con with flag. So anyway, I bought these, got them signed. Both of them are signed, but I didn't have them graded. So they're sitting here, and this is another con exclusive, which I got in there and went to the Captured Collectibles booth, which is where they have their facilitators. They have witnesses for your signings, and I had 39 books signed. Well, I had 41 books signed, but I brought 2 home. But right across from there was another facilitator's booth, CGC, I don't know, maybe Agents of Slab or something like that. But anyway, they had John Jang there, who was an illustrator. He draws covers, and he's illustrating these, which is the recount. This is the preamble. It's some crazy clown cover that's an error cover, and there are only 50 made. This is 41 out of 50. And I also have the actual cover, which is called the Blood Explosion cover. When it's red, it's more red, and I don't know why this is actually the error, except it's green. I think that's what he said. The green color was not what they wanted. Anyway, I didn't even have him sign this. I wanted to leave this raw, and it's a metal cover. It's heavy. I mean, it's like a really thin, not foil. I mean, it's actually almost like a sheet of metal. I'm afraid to touch it too much. I don't want to make a dent. I'm having the other one graded that he signed and drew the sketch on, a little remark. I showed that in my last video. I'll pop it up here. Pretty awesome looking remark. This deadly looking clown thing he's got here. So anyway, I got those. Those are my con exclusives that I bought that I think are real con exclusives. I don't know. I mean, hopefully I wouldn't have about 85 bucks for, you know, I mean, from what I understand, it's just this book, Ultimate Fallout 4. That is the facsimile edition, because this is the one without his face showing, so it looks just exactly like the original. I believe the second print is the one where his face shows. Besides all that, I drove out. I left on Wednesday night. Well, it was actually Thursday morning, like 2:30 Thursday morning, and I drove all the way through. I drove right to Mohegan Sun Casino, which I arrived there at like 8 o'clock at night. You know, on the way through, actually, I was going to stop at a few comic stores, but I really couldn't find that many that were on my way. I stopped at one. It was called Low Key Comics. They were in Hornell, New York, and it was a really nice guy. He had, you know, a lot of books set up there. He was actually giving an art lesson to a little girl that was there. Her mom was there looking around and reading. But I talked to him. I was actually looking for a book for like a Golden Age book. I thought if I stopped at a comic store somewhere, I might be able to find the Golden Age book drawn with a cover by Joe Giella, who is the oldest living Batman artist. He was supposed to be at Terrificon on Saturday, and I guess he was. I didn't get the book, so he didn't have any books there. I was going to order one on eBay, but I was afraid it wouldn't show up on time. And I looked around the Terrificon, and I found one book I think was drawn by him. It was an old Golden Age. Most of them are Golden Age. He drew some Silver Age stuff, I think, but now I think he's late 80s. But he bought $100 for it, and it was pretty beat up. I don't know if it would even got a 5. And I figured I'm not going to have anything signed. It's not better than a 6. And unless, like I say, a legendary guy like him, and it was a really great looking book. I almost bought their Strange Adventures DC books, and they had one on eBay. I think it was for 12. I think the guy still actually wants me to buy it. He sent me, an offer. He wants me to, for $12. I think it was $15. And it's a Strange Adventures, and it has a giant dragonfly coming out of a chrysalis, but it's got a man's head. And of course, there's a man walking by in a suit with the same face, saying, "Oh, that dragonfly's got my face." So I thought it was an awesome cover, and it's like an orangish yellow cover. You can't beat the yellow covers, And it said it may show up before I left, and so I didn't get that book, but I stopped at that place. I looked. He had some nice books. I popped up some pictures here to show you while I was rambling. And that was Thursday. I got there. I got my hotel room. I thought I'd run in and grab a Chick-fil-A, but they weren't open after. Maybe it's closed at 8:30. It's after 9 anyway. But I found a place that was called Frank Pepe Pizza, or Frank Pepe Pizza, and they call it like a Napolitano style pizza, which is like instead of sauce, it's got like crushed tomatoes and a lot of Parmesan and mozzarella. They're really good pizzas though. It's like a hotel pizza. I think you can get more of a regular pizza, and a lot of other stuff too. Anyway, that's when I got there the first night. That was Thursday night. And Friday morning, we got up and that show started. I'm looking for Silver Surfer original run books. I need number 4. I'm trying to get them all in a 5.5. I looked around and I found some, nothing in a 5.5. A couple of raw ones that might have hit a, well, one I don't know, may have would have hit a 5.5, or may have hit a 5. Hit a big tear down the spine, all the way down to the top staple, pretty much. Everything, it looked pretty nice. And then they had another one that was actually, what do you want it for that raw, like $1,200. But yeah, I probably would have graded out at a 7 or an 8. I mean, maybe more. I didn't look at it very well because I'm not paying that much for a raw book right now. But anyway, so I did get a Silver Surfer 4 of the Fantasy Masterpiece, which I did. I bought these actually from Barry Gary. The first place I go, that's a Terrificon, because I drive a long way. But he inspired me to do these videos. So anyway, yeah, at his booth, which I didn't pick these up. I actually picked these up Sunday morning, but I found these Silver Surfer 4 and Silver Surfer 1. And it's $10. Get $35 on one, $10 on one. It's about Amazing Fantasy 15, but it's True Believers edition. I don't think I have this. I have a couple different editions of Amazing Fantasy 15. Of course, no originals. I have Marvel Milestones edition of Amazing Fantasy 15. And I think I have another different reprint. Anyway, and also I looked and found his oldest Spider-Man book, which I try to do with a lot of cons or shows. I'll walk around and see who's got like the oldest Spider-Man book in their bins. It's not on the wall. It's less than $100. And I found this, which is Spider-Man 22. I mean, and it's written all over it. I don't even want to take it out of here because I'll get some good pictures. I put it in this, like a Mylar, because it looks really nice in there, except that you can see the kid, whoever, some kid or someone, used a red pen and colored in the Spider-Man. Then he wrote Amazing Spider-Man here. I think he wrote his name here, so it says Jim Reiner. And then here, talking about the Spidey battles, what the name of the battle is, but he wrote it out down here. And there's writing all through the book. I looked through it really quickly when I changed it out. It's in terrible shape. Terrible shape. It might be a 2 or a 1. But I paid $35 for it. And there's a Spider-Man 22. I have a Spider-Man 23 also, which I think I paid $40 for. Which I didn't pay $40 for it. With these, they were 2 for $35. I think this was $35, and Silver Surfer 4, maybe Fantasy Masterpiece 4, and then another one was $20, the other one was $10. But Gary's like, oh, $100, so $75. Asked me if I was paying cash. Pretty much always pay cash. So I got these. I bought this, another old Spider-Man. So that's the books I brought home that I actually bought. And also walking in, I met this lady Liz was walking up through there. And she was talking about, they were trying to ask her if she wanted to go home or if she just wanted to go into the casino, which was a good move because people kept going to they have like a concession stand right outside of the hall where you have those burgers and dogs, nachos. If you go into the casino during the day, during normal hours, there's all kinds of food. You might have to wait in line a while, but I mean, you have to wait something good. Anyway, they were walking out, this older woman and her daughter, and I didn't even realize there were other people with them at the first. But I wanted to ask her. I said, so she was there to see at the Terrificon. They brought the older woman there, and then her grandson was with her, Stuart. Liz was the older woman's name. And I think her daughter's name was Christine. Yes, Christine, and Stuart was the grandson. But I asked her who she was there to see, or who was her favorite comic. But she said she was there for the Star Wars. She said she loves Star Wars. And Stuart said he loved Star Wars too, and he just wanted to be there with his grandma. So I thought that was really awesome. I talked to her, Liz, for a few. She was in great shape, and she was very sweet. So anyway, then I got a bunch of books signed out, and I had to get them cracked. A couple of them. Of course, one was a Thanos #1 that I had signed by Jim Starlin. It's rated at a 9.8, and I got cracking and didn't like that again.
Only the crazy crack 9.8s, by the way.
Okay.
Not something I'd recommend. But what do I know? I'm only the guy who fixes the books when you guys screw them up. Now, kids, this is how you do it carefully. Even though I don't recommend cracking a 9.8, tip of it, just put it in, just the tip. Just the tip, then you slide it to the edge, right? And just as you get to the end, after the tip's in there, you twist the tip a little bit.
That's what she said.
When you hear that noise, you know you did it right. Sun's going down.
I'll show him later.
Huh? What, how to do this? Nobody does this like me.
Well, you don't twist them first.
No.
Not on the 9.8.
You could. No, you could. You could. There's just no need to. Look, when you're dainty and delicate like me, see, I should have been a doctor. My parents are upset that I'm not, but that's only one of the reasons for their upsetness.
Label out.
That's your pedigree. So that label is now worth nothing, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, just so we're clear. You know what?
Shouldn't matter.
Here's what I tell people about cracking books, right? Even when you're grading your books, that grade is good from the time it leaves CGC, and that's it.
Right. Right. I mean, they can lower a grade inside of there.
Things can happen to books inside of the cases. The cases, right, guys, are not airproof. They're not watertight. They're not bulletproof.
But you bounce them around
Anything can happen. An idiot like me can just get annoyed with it and smash it. The new ones are kind of annoying, see? But again, just the tip and slide. Is this the fastest way to do it? No. Is this the safest way to do it? Yes. If you're ever cracking a slab, like I did up here, and you get a crack going down the middle of it, go to the other end, open all the sides, and then you work your way back towards where it broke. So if you get an uneven break, don't keep going down that same side. Go to the bottom, work your way up. There's always more than one way to fry an egg, kids.
Oh, yeah.
And then take out the 9.8, even though you shouldn't. I've never done this on camera. I feel like, pressure.
Good.
What's that? One side open.
I did 2 of them at home before I came, and I put a camera up.
Huh?
I did 2 of them at home before I came here.
Did you do them on camera?
Yep.
Why?
Put them on my YouTube video. Put them on my YouTube channel. Now you'll be on my YouTube channel. There you go.
198, open for no reason.
Milgram, nice book signed by Al Milgram. Well, he signed the Thanos 9.8, and I watched him sign it. Might not be a 9.8 now, which is what the man that told me that I cracked it out would happen. But Fabian
back in the slab.
Yes, you do.
Hey.
Fabian Nicienza, he signed. It was like the X-Men Prime. But it's one that's got like an acetate cover on it, but it doesn't open for another cover. It's just one solid cover, and he called it the shower curtain. That's right.
Covering up all the best parts of sign on the shower curtain.
Want me to get it out of there?
Yeah, could you? Because this.
In the video where he called it the shower curtain cover. So anyway, Fabian Nicienza and Terry Kavanaugh, who I had my other copy of this. I have the 9.8 Spider-Man 375 custom label. I had another one, 9.8. I cracked it out, had it signed by Bagley, Kavanaugh, Terry Kavanaugh, and Randy Emberlin. So I got a triple sign. This is what I got last year at Captured Collectibles. Shannon Mayer was there. He drew this cover, Venom 26, I believe, yeah. But it's also signed by Ryan Stegman and not Cates. I can't read it back here. I'll pop it up there. But it's triple signed. And these are my Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 361s. The original 9.8 custom label with a sketch by Bagley. And then this is the second edition, second print, just signed by Bagley. Came out of 8.5. Got issue with that staple. Looks a little rusty. Looks like the book's maybe paper. It might have got wet. Anyway, and these are all real acetate covers. Approved by Marvel and Wizard. I don't know if any of you remember the Wizard magazines. I ordered all these. Basically, you get them free. You pay for shipping, I believe. And I have doubles of some of them. I didn't dig them up. But these, you open them up, and there's something underneath that looks more like the original. Because this is the original Hulk #1. This is Spider-Man #1. So these are all the grails. This is Fantastic Four 48, right? 48, first appearance of Silver Surfer, which he wasn't on the cover. Avengers 4, which is a similar cover, but you open it up and it's a lot more like the original. This is Giant Size X-Men, second appearance of Wolverine, first appearance of the new team. Of course, it's Hulk 181, first appearance of Wolverine. And that's Daredevil #1. And then this is Amazing Spider-Man, was it 129, I believe, yeah. First Punisher. But these are real acetate covers that are approved. They all came back graded 9.8s. I don't know how, some cover you added to a book, you're going to get a 9.8 grade. I don't know how you can get a 9.8 grade. If you had to put new staples in it, you had to punch holes in the... Okay, so these books are selling for what? 30, 40 bucks? I mean, raw, I think. I don't know what they're selling if you get a 9.8. 100 something probably. I mean, sure. Probably both of these. I'll give them a little press. And I took them out of the bag. But if I took these out, made some kind of acetate cover, and then put staples through this book to attach whatever, some cover, I just ruined this book, right? I don't know. In my opinion, I don't know. Hopefully I wouldn't have bought those books. Not that big into the hype stuff. I don't know who the influencers are who are the influencers that are getting these books. And it's just, if you make a YouTube video, are you an influencer? Oh, do you have to be paid? Maybe you have to be monetized to be influencer. I don't know. I mean, I've got like 35, 40 videos. And there's like 50 of you out here that look like you're watching me every week. It's pretty great. So, anyway, I digress. Actually, I had some books signed by Bagley. Prop them up. And I had this book signed by Randy Emberlin. I also had one other book signed by him, but he was selling these. That I think they were $10, and he signed this and the book, which I didn't realize he had these. I'd already had Bagley signed, but yeah, he signed this. The cover to 361, and now this is signed by Emberlin. I've got two of the comic signed by Bagley, so I need to take these and get signed by Emberlin. I didn't realize that he had done this too at the time. Get this signed by Bagley, and then I also bought this from Mr. Emberlin, which is a like multiple picture of Venom which is actually, he said, I believe I have these. It's a 9-piece card set. You know, the Marvel trading cards, and each one of these pictures. Each one of these pictures is a card, and you put it together to make this picture. He signed it there. So, and I had him. I bought these two from him. And I also, I had a book signed by Fabian Luciano.
Covering up all the best parts of sign on the shower curtain.
Want me to get it out of there?
Yeah, covers were in big trouble.
Shower curtain cover.
Give it a minute to dry because,
Yes, sir.
like a shower curtain, the water stays wet on it, okay?
Yes, sir. Well, and do you have any more of the Deadpool autographs?
I do.
I'll get 2 of those, too.
Okay. Wow, what a stupid cover. All right.
I do have other stuff by him. I didn't get it done out, but he was selling these Deadpool cards that he signs. I think they're $15 each, 2 for 20. So yeah, I got that. Actually, that's the thing. I had Mark Bagley sign some books, and one of them actually was a previews book that just came out, and it has Spider-Man #1, which is a new series that's not out. I think he says it's coming out like the end of this month or something. But I had it in a window bag for signatures, those yellow window bags. But it was also in a bag, which I didn't realize. So he grabbed it, pulled the window out of the way, signed it. Well, I could tell while he was signing it that he was signing on the plastic. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, let me get that one out of the bag. I thought it was out of the bag. So now I have a bag signed by Bagley. I can make any book look like it was signed by him. Oh, and then afterwards, I met Arthur Sidem, who was the Zombie King. I had a lot of books signed by him, well, 7. And his deal was, if you had a book signed, I mean, if you bought one of his prints for $10, then he'd sign a book. And I had 7 books, so I bought 7 prints. And he talked the whole time, but I was going to show these. In my last video, you can see him signing the books, signing these too, actually. He was talking. I mean, I'll show some better pictures of the prints. First one's really not even comics. Clint Eastwood from The Good, Bad, and the Ugly as a zombie. He's all rotted and nasty looking. Somebody took a bite out of his hat there. And then I got the, see, and this is not actually a zombie cover either. This is Moon Knight cover. But Sidem does the Moon Knight series, and this is one of the covers, I guess. It's a very, very awesome looking cover. And he also does the Deadpool series, which this isn't actually a zombie print, but he does have, for a time, he was walking around, so he had company, I guess, talking to his own zombie head he had with him. And this is what this is. You got Deadpool with a zombie head, signed by Sidem right there. He does have kind of a cool signature. And then this is covered, homage cover to Secret Wars #1. Except everyone's a zombie. The Thing makes a cool zombie. Big weird eyes. Rocks falling off. Captain America looked crazy there though. Excuse me. So yeah, and then pretty much my favorite. I had this shirt on a little while ago, but I wanted to wear my Terrificon shirt. Yeah, Spider-Man #1, McFarlane cover. Kind of what got me back into comics when I bought comics and read comics when I was a young kid. And here I am, 30 years later. I got a lot of comics. This is the Wolverine cover. Where is it? Zombied out pretty good, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's zombies. His arms all tore up. Not sure what this is from, what book. But anyway, so that was the, I think it was that all stuff. One more here. Which is actually the best one. Surfer 4. The zombie cover. Damage cover to that. So I was pretty happy to pick those up. I mean, both of them. Gonna get this book, but it looks like these prices are dropping. See if I can find a Silver Surfer 4. I believe I also need a 10, a 15, and 16. That is the cover. I mean, that looks cool. I mean, when I was there, I mean, well, these I bought at the show. These like top loader sleeves, which are nice to put 1 or 2 prints in. They were $6 each. I don't know what you were charging for a pack of them. But anyway, I bought 2 of those because at the time I only had the Emberlin print, but it all worked out. I mean, I got to go see. I had a set up to pay. It's like $500 to meet. It's called the John Romita Jr. experience. And so yeah, I did that. I met John Romita Jr. Showed some pictures of that. I got some video of him talking. He actually drew the Spider-Man on here while I stood there and watched him. Actually, it was awesome. And this is other covers of his. I had 5 books signed by him there, which was Spider-Man 400. 2 copies of that, which is like the Tombstone. It's like a die cut embossed cover, which I also had Bagley sign. John Romita Jr. did one of the stories inside. Bagley did the art for the cover. He was the artist at the time of Spider-Man. But I also had him sign Daredevil Man Without Fear #1, which is a foil covered book, which was really nice. And I had an old Daredevil that had Spider-Man on it and black art. I don't know, 286, just a normal run-of-the-mill, but it had Spider-Man, so he's my favorite. There was one other, oh, it was the one I had signed by Klaus Janson, which was like Spider-Man The Lost Years. It was like a trade paperback, and it has like Spider-Man fighting Kane. Really crazy looking picture. So I had those signed by him. And then I got this signed by him, or drawn. And then he also gave us a book, which is Amazing Spider-Man #1, but it had a variant cover done by him on it, which was, you know, here. And that came with a COA on here, which is, he must have a company called 4C Comics. Like, this was the bag that the Spider-Man came in, but it was going right to CGC to get graded. And this popped right open, so I kept it. It's a nice Mylar. You know, if anything else, and I've got these COAs in it, I may use it to hold COAs. So anyway, met John Romita Jr., but I was pretty excited to meet Joey Pantoliano. If you don't know who he was, he's been in 100 movies, I think. He was one of the bad guy brothers in Goonies, Joey Pantoliano. His picture's right here. He was Cypher in The Matrix. And I bought this, I found this on eBay for like $12, and it is Cypher. And it's really good shape. It's got a little bit of a bend, you know. But I mean, it's just for a keepsake for me. He signed it here, Joey Pantoliano. I think he just put Joey Pants and then Cypher, the quotation mark, which I thought was really cool. So, I'm a movie star. Like I said, I met Captain Kirk now, met Ming Na Wen, who's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but she was also the voice of Mulan. And I think she was up for Academy Award. I know the movie was The Joy Luck Club. She was like the star of The Joy Luck Club. Met her. But I also got to meet Christy Swanson, who was Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, in the original movie. But what I got was, it's this VHS, a clamshell, called Deadly Friend, which she said it was her first starring role, first role for her to be the actual lead star in a movie. And she said, as far as she could remember, that something happened with her, and I mean, I was talking to her for a minute, there was nobody there. This was actually Saturday afternoon. I met Joey Pants on Sunday because he wasn't there. Saturday afternoon I went back and she wasn't, everybody around. She had a crowd around earlier. But anyway, she said that she was her and her friends, somebody like tortured them, hurt them, killed some of them, or she was brain dead and some doctor brought her back to life. But she was bent on revenge, I guess. Anyway, she was very sweet. She signed this for me. I think these things are kind of cool. This is, I don't know, this is the way I displayed these. I also have the Sandlot, same deal. VHS clamshell, signed by Patrick Renna, who is the Hambino, the redheaded kid that played the catcher. And he said, he's the one that said, "You're killing me, Smalls." That's what he said. "You're killing me, Smalls." This is just signed by Christy Swanson. But I mean, she was really amazing. She really looked nice. She was really sweet. She came out and let me do some, we did selfies. Joey Bantaloni came out and his person there with him, you know, actually took our pictures. I think that's pretty much it for my Terrificon. I appreciate you watching. You know, like I said, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, subscribe. That's what I really need, some subscribers. It really help out. Check out my Instagram channel, same name, I_comics_X_closet. I've been popping some stuff up there. I'm going to try to concentrate a little more on that. And I got a box in, which is going to be my first CBCS opening. It's actually books that I had signed at Terrificon last year. So anyway, thank you for watching my Comics Closet. I say comment, subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up, and bring this comic and comic collecting right out of the closet.